Hello, we are doing Unit 7, Lesson 13, Unlabeled Points today. So if we're looking at the warm-up, looks like this. It says give students 3 minutes of quiet time. So you're supposed to take the A, B, C, and D and tell which points are these. So go ahead and do that. And then check your answers while I do it here. So it says A is 7 and negative 5.5, so that's going to be this one. B is negative 8 and a positive 4, that's going to be this one. And C is a positive 3, positive 2, that's going to be this one. And D is negative 3.5 and positive 0.2, that's going to be this one here. All right, let's move on to 13.2. It's called Account Balance. The graph shows the balance in a bank account over a period of 14 days. The axis labeled B represents account balance in dollars. The axis labeled D represents the day. So here's B. That's the balance in dollars. And D is here. That's which day. So estimate the greatest balance on which day did it occur. So all you have to do is look for your dot that is the highest, and it's between $350 and $400, so that's $375. And if you look at what day that was, it was on day 14. All right, number 2, estimate the least account balance and which day did that occur. So we're looking for the lowest dot, and it looks right here. I would say that's negative, it's almost to the 100, so negative $90, and that occurred on day 11. Number 3, what does the point 6, negative 50 tell you about the account balance? All right, so 6, negative 50, that means there's a deficit or negative $50. So they owe the bank, right? So the account balance is minus $50. And it doesn't say, but that was on day 6. And how can we interpret the absolute value of negative 50 in the context? So this is the amount of money the person owes the bank. So you can, it's called being overdrawn. You can owe the money to the bank. So that's not a good thing to have happen. Okay, the amount the person owes the bank. And you do have to give that back. So be careful when you get a bank account if you don't already have one. Okay, 13.3 is high and low temperatures. The coordinate plane shows the high and low temperatures in Nome, Alaska over a period of 8 days. The axis labeled T represents the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit. The axis labeled D represents the day. So what was the warmest high temperature? So the warmest high temperature, so you see on each day there's a high and a low. Okay, so the warmest high temperature was 28 degrees Fahrenheit. Write an inequality to describe the high temperature, H, over the 8-day period. So the high temperature, let's take a look at the graph. You could say the high temperature is less than or equal to 28. You could also say the high temperature and we're looking here, this is the low, the high was greater than or equal to 2. Okay. Number 2A, what was the coldest low temperature? So now we're looking at the second dot. It's a little harder than if you look at the screen because these are not colored like the screen was. All right, so what was the coldest low temperature? And that would be that one. And that is the low is equal to -3 degrees Fahrenheit. We could have put that on these 2 degrees Fahrenheit. Write an inequality to describe the low temperatures. So the low over the 8-day period. So you could say the low is equal to -3 degrees Fahrenheit, or you could say that's not really an inequality, but they include equal signs. So the low is greater than or equal to -3 degrees Fahrenheit. You could also say the low is less than or equal to 26, because this is the highest low temperature. Okay, and then number 3 says, on which day did the largest difference between the high and low temperatures occur? So they're talking about the difference between the 2 dots here, which you can't see on here. Okay, so we're looking for the greatest gap between the highest and lowest in each column. So that would be this one. So between day 3 and 6. So on which day did the largest difference between the high and low temperatures occur? So here the highest was 21. And the lowest here was 7. (21 to 11). Okay, so that's 10 degrees between this one. So that was 3 on day 3, a difference of 10 degrees. Oops. And here's the same. So 17 and 7 was also a difference of 10 degrees. So day 3 and day 6 had a difference of 10 degrees. And then 3B says, on which days did the smallest difference between the high and low temperatures occur? Right, this difference. So we're looking for the smallest gap. It might be that one. Nope, that's a little more than this one. So on day 1, the difference was 2 degrees. 2 degrees difference between the high and low temperature. Okay, so that's all for today. And as far as the student-facing task statements, you need to do your practice problems and the cool down, which is in Google Classroom. And then tomorrow you will correct this, the practice problems for lesson 13. All right, have a great day, guys.